meditation is everywhere, and chances are you already tried it. Maybe you tried doing guided meditation on YouTube. Maybe you downloaded an app, or maybe you even tried a class. And if you're like me, maybe the reason you started was just trying to find peace of mind, to find peace in a world that just won't shut the up. And actually, the number of people practicing meditation has skyrocketed. And I read somewhere that it has more than tripled in just a few years. Sorry. But what if I told you the reason you started to feel calm, to get rid of stress, is actually a distraction from what meditation really offers? What if chasing that peaceful feeling is the thing holding you back? And here's the biggest T in the world of meditation. Most people are chasing a side effect, and because of that, they miss the whole point of meditation. And most of the time I hear that people stop meditation or give up on it because they try to erase completely their self. They feel like they're failing because their mind won't go quiet. And after that, they quit thinking, I guess this just isn't for me. And that's where everybody loses it. Hi my loves, I'm Liloh and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm so happy and grateful to be able to talk about this subject, about meditation with you guys, because it's something really rooted in my identity, really rooted in who I am, and it changed my life. So today we're going to pull back the curtain on what meditation actually is. We'll tear down the myths that make so many people struggle, and I'll share with you a simple but game-changing shift in perspective that can take you from feeling like a meditation failure to finally unlocking its real power. Chapter 1, the Great Misunderstanding. Let's be honest, the first time you try to meditate, if you already tried, of course, it probably looked like that. You sit down, you close your eyes, and you try with everything you have to stop thinking. You try to force your mind to go blank, and you try to find that serene, that quiet, empty state that everybody talked about, that you see everywhere online. But what happens? Suddenly your brain is becoming louder than a rock concert, and suddenly you can't stop thinking about your to-do list. You can't stop worrying about that thing you said yesterday. And of course you have the chorus of a song you haven't heard in 10 years playing in repeat in your mind. And yes, you might get a few minutes of silence, of course, but then the thoughts come roaring back and you get frustrated and you think, I'm so bad at this, my mind isn't just made for meditation, it makes me anxious, I can't meditate. And this is the number one reason people give up, because people think the goal of meditation is having the perfect empty blank mind. But that's a fundamental myth that holds millions of people back. Like, your mind is a thought generating machine. Asking it to stop thinking is like asking your heart to stop beating. It won't happen, and trying to force it will only create more tension, not less. And I observe that people often come to meditation because they're looking for an escape. They're looking for a way to ease their anxiety, to ease their stress. And they treat it like a quick fix to feel better now, to feel better in the moment. And look, stress reduction is a fantastic benefit of meditation, but it's not the main event. It's not the main goal, it's not the main benefit. For example, it's like buying a Ferrari only to listen to the radio. You're missing the whole point of it. You're missing the incredible vibe that can take you to places you've never been. And the thing you need to understand is the peace you're chasing is not the destination. It's just a part of meditation. Chapter 2 is the real purpose. So if the goal isn't to stop our thoughts, what are we supposed to be doing? The true purpose of meditation isn't to wrestle your mind into submission, but to fundamentally change your relationship with it. It's about finally realizing that you are not your thought, that you are not your stress, that you are not your fear, that you are not your anxiety. And the real goal is to create a little space between you, so the one who is aware, and the endless shadow of your mind. Think of it this way. Imagine you're sitting on the bank of a river. The river is your stream of thought, feelings, and sensation. And for most of your life, you've been stuck in the river. You've been swept away by every current of anxiety and stress, bashed against every rock of anger, and spun around in every whirlpool of sadness. And the fact is, you are completely identified with chaos. And meditation is a simple act of pulling yourself out of the water, sitting on the riverbank and watching it all flow by. You don't try to stop the water, you don't try to dam it up, you just watch it. You notice the thoughts as they drift by. Oh, there's a worry. Oh, there's a plan. Oh, there's an embarrassing from 7th grade. You see them, you acknowledge them without judgment, and you let them go on their way. And this is the shift. You go from being in your thoughts to being the awareness of yourself. And in that little gap between the observer and the observed, something incredible happens. That's where suffering begins to lose its grip. Why? Because when you create distance, you realize that while your mind might be producing a creative, anxious thought, you aren't the anxiety itself. You are the one who is aware of it. Chapter 3, the science of it all. Scientists have found that regular meditation actually rewires the brain. Studies have shown that meditation can physically increase the gray matter in part of the brain linked to learning, emotional regulation, and self-awareness. Meditation has also been shown to quiet down the default mode network, which you can think of it as the brain me center. So this is basically the part of the brain responsible for mind wandering, worrying about yourself, and replaying the past. And by turning down the volume of this network, meditation helps you stay in the present moment, instead of spiraling in anxiety. And what's more, long-term meditators seem to have better preserved brains as they age. One study found that people who had been meditating for an average of 20 years had more gray matter volume throughout their entire brain. And it can even threaten the connection between the two halves of your brain, leading to better emotional balance, leading to better emotional regulation. The science is clear. The benefits range from reduced anxiety and stress to improve focus, better sleep, and even increased compassion. And for some people, the effect on anxiety and on depression can be comparable to antidepressants, but without the side effect. And no, it's not magic. It's brain training. Like, have you ever felt like you were failing at meditation because your mind was too busy? If so, drop a comment below and tell me about your biggest struggle, because I guarantee you're not alone. Chapter 4, myth busting, or the 7 lies that are holding you back. So to really get this, we have to clear away some of the biggest misconceptions about meditation. So let's run through the most common myth right now. Myth 1, you have to clear your mind of all thoughts. So as we've covered, this is the biggest and most damaging lie. The goal isn't to stop your thought. It's to notice them without getting carried away. Like, having thought is normal, it's part of the deal. The real practice is gently bringing your focus back over and over again. Myth 2, it takes years to see any benefits. So yeah, that's just not true. While the deep benefits build over time, for sure, many people report feeling calmer and more centered after just 1 or 2 sessions. You can even see neurological change within a matter of weeks, and consistency beats intensity. So yes, 10 minutes per day is way more powerful than a heroic 1-hour session once a month. And I know some of you might do that because I used to do that. And trust me, it doesn't change anything. So trust me, just stick to 10 minutes of daily meditation, because first of all, it won't take that much of your time, and 2, it'll be easier to stay consistent. 3, you have to be spiritual or religious. Like, while meditation has roots in spiritual tradition, the practice in itself is secular. Like, it isn't attached to any belief system. Think of it like going to the gym for your brain, because that's what it is. And you can practice it purely for the emotional, physical, and mental benefits. No belief system is required. 4, you have to sit like a pretzel in a lotus position. Being uncomfortable is just a distraction. And the most important thing is to keep your spine relatively straight, so you can stay alert. And you can practice meditation everywhere, like on a chair, on the ground, on a cushion, and you can even lie down. But make sure you don't fall asleep. 5, meditation is about escaping from reality. And no, because it's the exact opposite. Meditation isn't about running away from your problems, from your reality. No, it's about building the clarity and strength to face them head on. Like, it helps you become more present with reality, not less. And I found that it also helps you face things without being overwhelmed. 6, meditation is selfish. Taking a few minutes for yourself for meditation is the less selfish thing you can do. Like, a calmer, more compassionate, and less reactive person has a positive impact on everyone around them. Like, when you take care of your own inner world, you have so much more to offer to your friends, to the people around you. And lastly, myth 7, I don't have time to meditate. So this is a classic problem and the classic paradox, because everybody says they're too busy to meditate, but meditation actually makes you more efficient and more clear about the things you have to do, about your mission, about your goals, about who you are, which can feel like you're taking your time back. And if you feel like you don't have 5 minutes to be still, that's the sign that you need it more than anyone else. So that takes us to the end of the video. If it has changed your perspective even a little bit, I'd love it if you like this video and if you subscribe to my channel. So what meditation is really, it's not about forcing your mind to be silent. It's not about becoming a Zen master either. And it's definitely not a quick fix for all of your life problems. Meditation is a simple practice of creating just enough space. Oh, baby. So meditation is a simple practice of creating just enough space to see your thoughts and feelings without being owned by them. It's a tool that lets you go from being a passenger to being the one in the driver's seat. And you can do it to manifest your dream life, by the way. So I wish you the best week and I saw you soon. Ciao, ciao!